Welcome to another episode of TaviRadio SatAM. I'm your host, Face, followed by my co-host, Michael Jones.
Hey!
Today is the holiday special, so if you celebrate or participate in any holidays, this one's for you. If you do not, then
Please turn off the podcast right now.
But if you want to stick around because you respect people, as you should, then keep listening.
Doesn't matter what you celebrate. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. Well, Hanukkah just passed. Christmas, Kringlemas, Krampus Day. Oh, sorry, Krampusnacht. St. Nicholas's Day. The winter solstice. The grand winter feast of Bal Azul. You know?
New Year's Eve or Day.
And candle nights. La Saga Springs. All those things, you know? It doesn't matter.
Chinese New Year.
That's in February, man.
Yeah, the people can listen to this in February. I'm not going to take it down right after the holiday season.
Well, what's the point of also having this be our 2017 year in review? We're going to grade you. We're going to rate this year on a scale of A to F.
Hey, that's pretty good to F that.
You're a teacher. How did 2017 do this year for you? Think about that. In the meantime, let's read some fan mail that we got.
All right.
You want to read the first one?
Yeah. This one comes from Mindy in Arizona. She says, "Why is it that every time I click on your channel, a scent of ham hits my nose?" Well,
yeah, YouTube. What's up with that?
I think YouTube's trying to sabotage me. A lot of people are allergic to ham. A lot of people don't like ham.
A lot of people can't eat ham because of religious reasons. Hey, we just circled back around.
And a lot of people don't like ham because it has something to do with pigs, swines.
So they're filthy animals, but God, they're delicious. Except for the fact that you don't like ham on pizza, Tav.
Ham on pizza's okay. Just
not with pineapple.
It's not pineapple. Fruit.
I don't get it, man.
You could say like, what about tomato on pizza? Isn't that the sauce, a fruit? Yeah, but no.
I don't know. You like bacon on pizza?
Bacon's fine.
I like anchovies on pizza.
I like Papa Turumo on pizza. They want him dead. Nah, he's a faithful listener. That's the letter. You can open.
All right. This one is from Harrison Ford in Nueva York, Colorado. It says, "I want my family back." No, I'm kidding. It says, "Hey, and long-time reader, first-time listener. I don't watch your channel. I just mostly go through. I don't really watch your videos." It says actually, but I just read your comments. Your comments are very enjoyable. Keep up the good work. I love how you really embody all these different people. I've never been on YouTube before, but I imagine it's like the video is more like ambiance. So like listen in the background while you read all these beautiful comments. Your channels have been one of the ones that have had such great sagas, although I do not appreciate some of the more racially charged characters you've written in there. But I guess we need villains in every work of art. Keep up the good work, and say hi to Tav. He's fat.
Harrison Ford wrote that?
Well, I don't think it's the Harrison Ford, because he's from Nueva York, Colorado.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
Racially charged characters?
I think he's talking about some of the people who just drop random N-bombs in my videos.
Huh.
For example, in my most recent video, Blood on Mount Crumpet.
Blood on Mount Crumpet, the Grinch story.
Somebody said this N-word trying to skip on elf practice.
That's bad, but...
Alright, you want to read another one?
Alright, yeah. This one comes from Saber himself. When am I going to be on the podcast?
It's not Saber, it says Sabor.
Sabor from Africa.
Yeah, Sabor the leopard from Tarzan. This is from Sabor.
When are you going to review the Family Tars?
Yeah, when?
When I become a movie review channel?
When's that going to happen?
When I really hit rock bottom and I gotta make content.
No. You hit rock bottom when you become an animation review channel.
No, that's seafloor. That's like underneath the seafloor Where all the fossils, where all those dinosaurs died, all those boys.
Hey, you want to become really niche? Be a book review channel.
I don't read books. Everybody knows I can't read.
You just read that letter.
Oh god, they know I see.
Give me. Okay. All right. So, Family section is over. Keep them.
Keep them coming, boys.
Send more money. We'll send more stuff.
If people wait for those Tav loot boxes, you guys will get them by Christmas.
Yeah, George. If you're still listening to this, they're on their way. We promise your $15 should not go to waste or drink money, because I don't drink unless it's narwhal juice.
But
delicious narwhal juice.
But enough of
and sterile and good. Got chunks of fat in it.
Enough of Viking Jones's werewolf juice or whatever it was called. Narwhal juice. Let's move on to more 2017 related topics.
All right, so
the best and worst.
Yeah, we'll give 2017 our grade at the end of the episode. But
let's talk about some of the aspects. What happened?
What happened this year? Trump got inaugurated properly. How did Trump do as president in his first year? What didn't he do?
He just insulted a bunch of people.
Pretty much. Like, you know what? Like,
he fat-shamed Kim Jong-un. I take offense to that. You're not even large and in charge. You can't do that.
Go back to calling him Rocket Man, because you're not a creative man at all. Oh, look at me. I'm Donald Trump Jr. Wait, that's the wrong guy.
Ron Trump.
My name is Ron Trump Jr. I'm the Pringles of the United States.
You're fired, Kim Jong-un.
You're fired, Kim Jong-un. Rocket Man.
Fired, Kim Jong-il.
Anyways, I don't know. I think.
But on that topic, in 2017, we found out that Kim Jong-un's sister looks anime as hell.
I have not seen a picture of her.
I'll pull one up later, but you know, according to her, they're, as they say in the Twitterverse.
Why isn't she president of North Korea?
Because she's a woman.
That sucks.
Yeah,
she could probably run the country better than her brother.
If you're a woman and you live in North Korea, you have
no rights.
You literally have nothing. And I wish there was something we could do, but you know, we got.
Okay, do you
we have people who defend. There are people that go to North Korea. All right, they climb the ranks, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go visit another country," and they just fucking leave. They leave. They're out of there. They go to South Korea and they're like, "All right, guys,
how far along into Trump's presidency until he starts pulling some Kim Jong-un style bullshit, like saying he doesn't poop? Because according to like some of the propaganda there, Kim Jong-un and his family, like, you know, his dad Kim Jong-il, they're pretty much like monarchs. God chose them to be like
That's
dictators.
Another thing, like God chose them to rule this country.
Yeah, and they don't poop because they're like perfect human beings. But I guess the perfect human being is a chubby Asian boy
that loves Swiss cheese
and is friends with like Dennis Rodman. Okay, I guess.
Trump says they need to bring in Dennis again.
As what?
To help.
I saw the interview. I know how like trying to like get.
You saw the interview?
No, I'm kidding. I didn't. I saw the trailer for it, and that's all I needed to see.
I thought everybody's like, we got to see this movie, and then Sony's like, guys, I don't think we can. It's on Netflix, and then everybody's sounding like, this movie sucked.
The movie was okay, from what I understand.
Unless you're my friend Boy 97, who loves anything Seth Rogen's in.
Anything?
Anything.
Has he seen The Disaster Artist? Because he's pretty good in that.
No, because this is Boy 97 we're talking about.
Oh.
Come on.
All around me.
Shout out to him who never listens to my content, even though he says he does. So much of a friend you are.
Wait, what are these petty squabbles you're injecting into our podcast?
Right. Just some beef I'm trying to start.
Look, man,
some beef I'm cooking.
Look, the only beefs we start are with other YouTubers and entire communities. Okay, we're trying to burn it down.
Does it count that he live streams on Twitch, but he live streams GTA Online for 6 hours straight, in which he fell asleep in one of those streams?
Is this the same boy that
cries in a jacket in a bus parking lot?
She didn't want to go to prom with me.
Sorry,
that's not how he speaks. Oh, she didn't want to go to prom with me.
So for people,
please,
Here's some content.
Tab, please. I need to hang out with you.
Here's some content.
I need to hang out with you, please. She did not want to go to prom with me.
Here's some content for the people at home. I have this friend who...
Tab, I stole my family's pineapple. I ate it all.
I have this friend who makes terrible life choices. Just choices in general. And does the most like...
Tab, I went to go see Captain America Civil War. I walked out. It was too boring. I went to go see Batman vs. Superman. I walked out. It was too boring. I didn't understand what happened.
He didn't. He saw half of it and then said, I didn't understand.
Why? What's going... I mean, to be fair, a lot of that movie is muddled. Because Zack Snyder can't write for shit.
I don't know why, but like, why is it every time Zack Snyder's buying a project, half the movie doesn't make sense, and then the second half is just like, oh, I get it now.
Because he writes good action scenes, and he has to work from adaptations.
First half of Batman v Superman I didn't under.
Why are they? What's the? I mean, all I understood is that Batman is extremely xenophobic because a more powerful man, from another world, came down and wanted to help people. He's like, I don't trust this good guy.
Even then, like, people were like,
even Alfred
because of this.
I like how
Batfleck.
I like how Alfred's just like, Bruce, Master Bruce, can we just cut the bullshit? And I mean, what if this guy's trying to help us? No.
He's an alien. He doesn't help.
Is he?
Why'd you have to say that name?
Alex Jones? Is Batfleck Alex Jones
in
a batsuit?
Alex Jones is Batman.
I'm worried about what the Kryptonians doing to turn the frogs freaking gay.
The government's trying to turn the Kryptonians freaking gay. I'm not gonna stand for it. Let's freaking Luther, people.
That right there is a bat bomb.
That's a bat.
That right there is a bat bomb. That's where all the bat water comes out of. Anyways,
bat milk and bat cookies. But enough of we'll get to that. I mean, Justice League and superhero movies. We'll talk about that in a sec.
Okay, yeah, but
that's enough about my friend. He's just dumb and
we'll have an entire episode dedicated to the many adventures of M-Boy 97.
To see this, that honestly could be a podcast in its own.
Okay, so Trump presidency. He did a lot of nothing, and when he did do something, it was just dumb. It was dumb and like super backwards. Like, I mean, like for example, the whole CDC telling the CDC like, here's a list of words you can't use in your reports because it'll offend Mr. Trump. You don't use transgender. Don't use diverse or diversity. Don't use abortion or fetus. So pretty much like trigger words for Republicans.
Then how are they supposed to say like what?
He's gonna. Here's the funny thing. As much as I have problems with Cracked, they're kind of right when they said we're slowly becoming Russia.
Yeah.
Might as well just put Putin on the American throne and shave off the beard on our Lincoln Memorial, make it the Putin Memorial, huh?
Speaking of Putin, I got this image, but we'll talk about that in a sec. I don't know. I don't want to talk about Ethan. Which brings us to our next topic. Controversies with YouTubers. First off,
controversies of 2017.
Jonathan.
We'll start
racist?
John. Okay, here's a random thought. How do you think John's parents feel about him having such a hopping on the computer, knowing that their beloved son John, who moved to New York,
probably using the family money, because John is a freaking rich boy. If you haven't noticed in his earlier videos, look at where he filmed.
Yeah, for me, it's like, who's this kid in his fancy house?
Also, he had a pretty anyway.
No, let me finish this.
John kind of just like a bum.
Let me finish this thought though. Imagine you're John's parents. You're Mr. Jafari. You know your beloved son, who ran off to New York to follow his YouTube career, and who you've been, I guess, maybe supportive. John never talks about his parents.
Hey, it's me, Mr. Jumanji, Robin Williams.
I'm gonna murder you after this podcast. You keep Robin Williams' sacred name out of this. He was the genie.
Genie in a jar.
He played the genie in the jar in your video before he died.
No, that was another. No, that was a. Another friend that I don't keep contact with because they kind of fell off the face of the earth.
Anyways, imagine you're John's dad. You go online. He's like, well, I better go check on the internet because my son John, he is big on there. And this controversy shows up talking about how he has these like bad ideas about like immigrants and even like racial mixing. And he's just like, the fuck, John? Your mother, she's Hungarian.
Yeah.
Like I'm Iranian and your mother is like European. What the fuck, John? You are mixed race.
But he's become so much of a white, rich, privileged boy.
I don't know. Maybe his parents are the same way.
By the way, guys, don't. You just heard me say that, but don't think I'm some sort of BuzzFeed-esque character. I'm just telling.
We can't all be Eugene.
No, I mean just like in the whole, as they would say, libtard thing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like white men should change. I mean, the white man should, but so should everybody. I think we should just respect people, not women, just people in general. More people.
Before we can get there,
clowns. We need to respect clowns.
Before we can get there, we actually have to like learn to respect, like pretty much go through like a whole list of people we need to like actually treat with dignity.
Clowns.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've seen a child not scream at a clown instead of just laugh with the clown?
Honestly, like when I watched it, like my first thought was like, what is this anti-clown propaganda? And the scene where Richie goes inside the clown room, like, oh, if that were me, I would be delighted. Actually.
Isn't the whole reason why the alien is a clown because of Richie?
Oh no, I mean, in the book, he's a clown because it's children love clowns.
I feel like it's changed that now.
These motherfucking aliens coming down to my planet, changing up my clowns in my house.
Top 10.
My Peggy Hill.
Top 10 clowns of all time. Number 1.
John Wayne Gacy.
No, he probably ruined clowns, actually. Never mind.
No, he did too. Bozo the Clown.
That's a classic.
Bozo.
Ronald.
Ronald, Red Skeleton.
That's that Mexican guy on TV who was a...
Hell yeah.
No, never mind. I found out recently that he was pulling a Louis C.K.
God damn it. Another bad clown to add to the list of many.
But anyway, other than a few bad clowns ruining a lot of good clowns' reputation, that was a big problem in 2017. That's something we got fixed in 2018.
Wait, I thought we were over the clown, the creepy clown thing trend of last year.
Oh no, but we're still suffering the damages.
If
the whole town is destroyed, you don't expect it to be recovered overnight, do you?
Well, when you build that hobo village over it, got a couple nice tents. So get some rebuild out of the old school gymnasium to a soup kitchen. There you go.
I mean, we've done better. We've done better for ourselves. That was like back in the 70s, 80s.
Yeah, see.
Back when what was it? Which president was that? That kind of told us.
Reagan, and then Carter was sent on a diplomatic mission. It's like, fuck this. Never again. I will not allow homeless to run amok like this again. I'll build houses for them.
He even stepped into the whole town, only the Schleswig-Holstein area, which is why he decided this is no longer part of the U.S.
Hell no. Get the dang thing off my property.
You uploaded. You unloaded.
Did you unload the rest of Bummerville and return it back to Schleswig-Holstein? I mean, Have you decided? I
protected the rest of Bummerville of turning into Schleswig-Holstein. I had to.
Okay, but
I even killed my own best friend to stop him. All for the sake of this town and its people.
You know what would have been an easier thing?
And these goddamn motherfuckers kicked me out of town after killing my own best friend for taking over.
You know what would have been the easier thing is let the government re-recognize it as old Cleveland. Give it back to them as the town it originally was, and then
but what are they going to do with New Cleveland, huh?
Nothing. Just what it's exactly doing now.
What does Cleveland do?
It exports depression.
Okay, what's that? Yeah.
Welcome down to Cleveland town, everyone. Our biggest export is depression.
Isn't that most towns?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the whole state of Wisconsin literally had to start making cheese because they had nothing special going for them.
Yeah, but look at them now. They're the kings of cheese.
Also, they have like a bunch of amusement parks.
Hell yeah. Good job, Wisconsin. Also, apparently Green Bay is a hell of a place to live and visit. All the people, when I was living in Chicago, all my coworkers were like, yeah, man, we all got to move up to Green Bay. Green Bay's where it's at. That's where the promised land is. I'm like, are you kidding me? The place where the Packers are from?
That sounds like some sort of like plot for a movie. Like, guys, we gotta go.
That'll be my next project. Escape the Green Bay.
TaviRadio has to re-escape Bumbleville after the townspeople have decided that.
Oh, but then you become
dangerous.
a Packers fan. You willing to wear big foam cheese head on when you go to football games?
When don't I? But anyway, here's an image I found of President Putin back in the 90s.
I'm gonna kill myself.
For people that couldn't see it, or whether or not liking decides to put this in, it's this image of
I'll put it in.
Of 90s Putin squatting next to the trap from Blend S.
Nice. Okay. All right. Continuing on this thread of controversy. So John came out as like
as gay.
No, if he came out as gay, that would not be a controversy. That would be pretty welcome.
Finally, he and Ethan can slap dicks around.
Yeah, don't they already?
Kind of, but I don't want to talk about Ethan. That's my favorite line from that whole podcast he did with each three. I don't want to talk about Ethan.
Come on, John. But then again, Ethan's too much of a wuss to like.
He is because I'm gonna daddy up to Jake Paul. Yeah, he never did anything. He's
daddied up harder on freaking
Joey Salads.
On Joey Salads than anyone. He like straight up said, "Are you trying to start a race war, Joey?" Which is the ballsiest thing to say to somebody who like is pretty much a moron.
I mean, he's running for mayor in 2020, New York.
Joey's running for mayor in they can't do worse.
I mean,
after Bloomberg, you can never do worse.
Come on, what's Joey Salads going to do? Start a race war in New York? Have Casey Neistat come in and save the town? Just like he saved Christmas?
What if Casey ran for mayor?
Nah, he doesn't like to be constricted. You know how these kids
I like to run.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I mean, the second.
You know how these Jake Steele types
Hold
are.
on. You can't be constricted because let me tell you something. In Illinois, when I lived in like the South Side, I went to my favorite restaurant, which was the Keystone Cafe. Okay, second favorite. My favorite one was was the original Pancake House, but the Keystone was a local favorite.
Not even the sandwich place, the Hog Head or whatever.
Oh, Wild Hogs?
Yeah.
That was good too. But then that Chinese food place, like down the block from where I lived, was also good. I miss old Bruce. Bruce, if you ever hear this, and you remember the sound of my voice, you had some pretty fine fried wontons, friend.
What was the other hot dog local chain? Actually, no, we never ate hot dogs in Chicago, did we?
No, I've eaten hot dogs because I live there.
You want to talk about Hog Wild and that pizza place?
Hog Wild, yeah, but no. So at the Keystone Cafe, I was having breakfast there once, and that's a good place if you want to get blintzes. And blintzes, let me tell you, are amazing. So I'm having breakfast there, and the man sitting like right behind me in the next booth happens to be the Secretary of the State, Jesse White. And I had no idea until people started coming up to him and like shaking his hands like, who's this dude in the suit? Getting like, oh shit, that's Secretary of the State, Jesse White. That's the Secretary of Illinois State, Jesse White right behind me.
Just chilling out, eating breakfast.
Eating breakfast like it's no business. I'm like I've got my back, like we're practically touching backs here. It would be so easy for me to just turn around and stab him in the neck with this fork.
What did he do?
Nothing. I'm just saying it'd be easy to murder him right then and there, and then go to jail. And this podcast, I'd have to be doing this podcast from jail.
I mean, technically, we're already wanted by the.
What are they gonna do?
By the Romanian government.
What about the okay? All right.
It's on so cold here that we're all around this trash fire bin from old files that I decided to burn. Goodbye, Sabres Healthcare.
All right, other controversies. Oh yeah, I mean it's not much of a controversy, but at this point we're used to it. But like fucking PewDiePie,
Twice this year.
how does it like
Start of the adpocalypse.
I'm not a racist.
Well, it's on.
I'm not the racist, guys. Says the N word twice in one year.
No. It was. He was first accused of being a Nazi because the Wall Street Journal hates YouTube. That's just old media being old media.
Yeah.
And then on a live stream, he's just like, what a freaking hard R N word. I'm like, PewDiePie. There's so many things you could have said. You could have said, oh, what a piece of shit.
It's always, that's the thing, is like, you know something is wrong with somebody if that's the first word they think of to use.
It is.
That's like, well, people who say, like, I'm not this, but, like, then why did you think of that first?
To which then people were like, what's wrong with the N-word now? Huh? I'm like, there's a lot of things wrong with it. It comes from a dark place in history.
Yeah, like, you... Like,
yeah, sure.
People are like,
cannot forget something
this is the
that
thing
changed.
this is the thing I'll say about people who argue about using offensive words that should not be used by anybody who cannot own them, as they say in certain circles. The reason people argue to use them is because they want to continue. Like, anybody who argues, oh, it's just a word, whatever, we should be allowed to say it, it'll just take the power out of it. Like, people who say that want to use that word because they want to keep using it for what its intended purpose is, which is like, people will want to say the N-word not just in like, oh, the friendly, like, haha, I'm joking with my N-words here. Like, they want to use it because they know what it means. They know that it's a hard, nasty word, but they want to use it and then use the excuse.
They want to be edgy.
They want to be edgy, but they also know that, like, if they ever say it out of anger to someone to, like, insult them or demean them, they know that's an easy word to use. So, like, this idea that, like, oh, it's just a word, whatever, like, it doesn't work like that, man. Like, you can't... People who argue for those words are literally arguing to keep using the words for their intended purpose. So it's like, shut up, you know? It's like, no, you can't use that argument because we know your true colors, Holmes.
Even then, taking the power out of that word is going to take, like... we still haven't taken the power off of it.
No, there's a lot of... I mean, there are a lot of words that we use to, like, say... like, to describe black people that are offensive if you use it, but, like I guess out of context don't mean anything.
Like, when people are like, you best get out of here, boy...
Yeah, actually, you can't say boy to... Don't say boy to black people. That's kind of fucked up.
But
if you say boys... But even then...
Y'all best get out of here, boys.
You can say that to a bunch of white kids trying to painting a Confederate flag on their Dodge Charger, but... Not to a bunch of black... You go to a black neighborhood, it's like, what are y'all boys doing here? It's like, hell no, you're about to get your ass beat.
No, you have to walk up and be like, what are you fine gentlemen doing on this great day?
Young men? Young men.
Down, I said,
hey, that was a pretty diverse group. You had 2 black guys, 3 white guys, and 1 Native American.
And they weren't all gay, were they?
They were all gay.
Yeah, that's a pretty big day. Why is the 1970s more diverse?
They didn't know. The 1970s, like, oh, what a bunch of
one of the most famous
men.
icons of rock is a gay man.
Oh, we knew. We were just in the aisle.
He was smashing ass in the back. We all knew.
He paid for it, though. AIDS.
Smashed a little too hard. But enough about... Speaking of smashing, let's talk about some good stuff.
Well, I got one more controversy to bring up.
Okay.
You want to talk about the apocalypse? 3
freaking times, people. Are you kidding me?
It's
hurting me.
No, okay, let's file apocalypse from controversies to worsening. Because controversy is something that's just like, wow, this was a big, bad thing that happened here because of some, like, nasty thing from a beloved figure. Yeah, controversies like, I don't know, Weinstein's always been known as an asshole. I don't know, like...
what hasn't been said about Louis C.K. that everybody's already said anyway?
Yeah, we've had an entire year talking about this, like, nonsense about him. I mean, controversies in terms of, like, something...
He lost a show,
He had to buy the rights of his movie, like the movie he made this year, that he self-funded, so he could distribute it now. And it's like...
Is it a good movie?
I have no one who except the people who saw it at the film festival in New York have like.
But what do they think?
They thought it was really weird, and it was okay, but it was mostly really
the
weird.
Man who jacks off of Jackson in front of.
In fact, in the trailer, there's a scene where Charlie Day, who's in it, makes fun of Louis C.K. by making a jacking off motion in front of someone else. Here's the thing about Louis C.K. that I've realized in retrospect. Like, he makes a lot of masturbation jokes, but those jokes start being funny and being, like, kind of serious when you realize his crimes that he's committed. It's just like...
His crimes.
Yeah, it's like... It's kind of like... It's the Woody Allen effect, where it's just like... Like, only... Oh, no, you know what's not... Sorry, that's not the right word.
I married my adoptive daughter.
It's okay now.
She's adult. I may have diddled my kids.
It's the thing that bugs me is that, like, things are always worse when you realize that, like, an artist has started, like, putting elements of something of a crime they might have committed into their own work. It's kind of like when OJ, after the whole trial started...
Joking about murdering.
Yeah, and, like, showed up in car commercials in the freaking car that he was on the police chase in. And joking about... Yeah, exactly, joking about it. Like, people who joke, like... I mean, outside of being edgelords, like, only edgelords and people who actually committed crime and are laughing in the face of, like, justice and the victims would do that, you know? And most edgelords cannot leave their basements enough to commit a crime. The only crime they've committed is maybe pirating 1 or 2 movies, you know? Because their mom's too busy going to the Red Box to rent them all.
Or they just don't want to pay for anime box sets, which you guys should.
Yeah, because that's how
the industry here in America goes. How come we don't have dubs? I don't know. Quit pirating, fool.
Yeah. There you go, Tad. That's a positive message. Anyways, okay. So yeah, let's just stop talking about the controversies because I mean we've had enough.
Like, no, I won't talk about it.
Okay. You know what? That is the biggest controversy. Ethan sort of pushes John about like the big defining moment of this year for him, and he doesn't want to talk about it.
See, Ethan,
he could have set the record straight, but I guess it's just another example of I wasn't prepared for this.
You see, Ethan, you gotta be like me and be prepared to kill your own best friend, especially for justice.
To be fair, Jod had it coming. Hashtag Jod had it coming.
I mean, come on.
Hashtag Jod was coming.
Who else had it coming? But let's talk about some good stuff of 2017.
Yeah, or you know what? Maybe you want to save the good stuff for last, or do you want to save talk about the bad stuff now so we can bring ourselves up from the, or do you want to go up and down like?
Oh, no, actually no, because this is a throwback. Let's get in another Momotune update.
Yeah. Okay.
So
go for it.
So Momotune was suspended on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Which is that's pretty much the big update.
Oh wait, hold on. Again?
Yeah, she's recently suspended on Twitter.
What did she do this time? I need to know. Okay, now I'm interested.
She literally said like, she just was saying a bunch of shit, dude.
Okay, to be fair, if you go on you can go any forum that is dedicated to her, and
even Momotune fan pages make fun of her, and also everybody was just slamming her. Even Funimation was like,
because she's not a good cosplayer, and like she's
everybody was slamming her for it. She's like, I still like that. She's like, guys, I revolutionize being a fat slut and being paid for it. I'm like, but no one cares.
No one cares. Well, we do care because you're like essentially cheap. You know what? I'm gonna say, I think cosplay is kind of slowly.
She's bootleg Justin Negri.
Well, she's friends with her.
She refers to Justin Negri as her mom.
Well, Jessica will never have children, so she's got to have kids somehow.
A fat child.
My fat child.
I don't know, and then...
Oh, you know how many times I've come across a topic from like nerd websites that are just like dedicated to kissing Jessica Negri's butt?
You guys don't understand. She does put a lot of work.
Her boyfriend does, and her friends do. That she doesn't credit until somebody calls them out on her about it.
You're like, Jessica, did you really make this?
Now it's the Jessica Negri update. Okay, there's no update because I still, except maybe like there's a possibility of her finally going to nudity because she's running out of ideas.
She's going to what?
You perk up as soon as I mention nudes from nudity.
No, I didn't even know. I just
no, it's just
people
people
you said nudity. I had to think about it for a second.
People are saying because she's kind of getting a little bit more risque. I mean, people are saying we're kind of maybe looking at pasties in a because like in last 2 years she's finally showing her butt in her cosplays.
Because she was self-conscious about it for some reason.
I mean, it's not that great to be fair, and she says she's doing a lot of squats to help them out, but you could just Photoshop really. But here's the thing, like the thing too is that like
when your boyfriend's a photographer,
not a very good one either. I mean, it's okay.
I'd take better pictures, and I'd take better pictures on a child's video camera.
Hell yeah, that'll be the next revolution. No, but the thing is like
that's Mule Boy will be filmed on a child's video camera.
I would watch 100% of that.
You watch anything?
Yeah, I mean like
cosplay just in this general, like you were saying, cosplay in general this year was just like.
I think cosplay this year, especially with like the ups. Okay, want to talk about controversies? Patreon and their big snafu that they had, or just like, well, here's some extra fees. We're sorry, we'll take the fees off. We never meant it.
I'm sorry.
Jesse, I'm sorry.
You're hurting someone like Christine Weston Chandler. Christine Weston Chandler, my bad. You don't want to hurt someone like him. Don't hurt Christian. Actually, he hurts himself.
Yeah, you don't have to.
That's why her AMV I hurt myself today.
Anyways, but yeah, I mean, like I think, yeah, let's just use it as a segue into like some of the worst things.
Christian Weston Chandler or Christine.
Okay. His relationship saga and his current weird Nazi trolling that he's been doing. It's kind of some of the best things because I want to know who this person is who's telling him to write this stuff. Some people have been speculating that he's being held that somebody's holding his beloved characters hostage and are forcing him to like say these weird things over the internet.
Good, because I'm done with. I don't want him to ruin something like Neptunia for me.
It's too late. It's been ruined. He made up a new character. Her name is Battery Charge Heart. I wish I could see Tav's face. Also, is Rosa Chu trans confirmed? So all those jokes that
didn't his ex-girlfriend say like she had like this like feederism and essentially Chris was making Rose fat or something?
Yes, he did that.
But here's what people were asking: was it canon?
He kind of rewrote. Or did he
retcon it?
He didn't retcon it because he immediately wrote the story to remove that. So just like, oh, Rosa Chu was fat, but she lost the weight thanks to exercise, or the hyperbolic chamber. Actually,
I didn't know Christian watches Dragon Ball.
He doesn't. He just kind of picks and chooses little anime things. He mostly likes
Popo's chamber, man. You don't mess with Popo.
Oh heck no, you don't mess with Popo.
Okay, this is getting into like Dragon Ball nonsense. But how come when they were picking...
Could Popo make a rock that even Popo couldn't lift?
Here's the thing. When they were getting all the most powerful people from Universe 7, which is people on Earth, they got Tien, Master Roshi, Krillin, Android 17 and 18, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Gohan. Why couldn't they replace... Frieza? Oh yeah, and Frieza. Which they had to pretty much bring... which Babidi had to bring back for them.
It's such a...
Here's my question, alright? How come they didn't be like, Mr. Popo, you're like terrifying and pretty strong. Help us out.
No, my place is here.
With Dende, who we haven't seen.
He's there. Look, he's behind that door as we speak. What if they never draw him, but they always mention him?
No one has mentioned Dende or Popo in Super.
Oh.
Although it is cool to see Master Roshi's time in the limelight when we don't get anything for Tien.
Oh.
He saved Vegeta and then he pretty much Kamehameha some dude off a cliff, and that was the best thing he did.
Anyways, yeah, that was one of the worst moments of the way they treated Tien in this series. Bad things about this year. Yeah, the adpocalypse. I don't make money off of YouTube, and the small amount that I do make, hey, there are ads and I am making money, but guess what? It's only like $2 or $3 in the last span. Like, I technically make $1 a month. I only make 50 cents more than Tav.
Like in Jones' Patreon when?
Never, you motherfuckers.
But anyway,
I'll say this: if someone comments "barf" on one of my videos one more time, I'll delete my entire channel. I'm holding a gun to my head every day. I have nothing to lose and nothing to gain from this fucking channel, and you motherfuckers. You think I need your love? I got a girlfriend, a job, and a life. This is nothing. This is all this YouTube. It's all nothing to me. It's all a joke.
A charity.
I'm the Joker. Look, I'm the Joker here, okay? I'm the Joker. You guys are the Russians, and my YouTube channel is a pile of money. I'm always willing to set it on fire any chance I
can. Leading to a question I wanted to ask you on the podcast was, say you were Batman, all right?
Okay.
Between Deer Simulator and I, which Robin are we?
You. Probably Tim.
Which one is Deer Simulator?
Oh, he's Dick, because he's my OG sidekick, and he's grown up to be his own guy. And you've kind of grown up to be your own guy, but you still got the brand.
Who's your Jason Todd?
Jod? No, I'm kidding.
Jason Jod.
No, I don't have a Jason Todd or a Damian Wayne, or even a Stephanie Brown, which was Robin's girlfriend, who was Tim's. Oh. Tim's girlfriend, who had her own persona. She was spoiler because she was the daughter of Cluemaster, a minor Batman villain. Get it? Cluemaster, spoiler. Anyway, she became Robin for a while because Tim was like, "My dad's dead. Captain Boomerang killed him."
Captain Boomerang killed him.
And it was at the point where Captain Boomerang was pretty much like a D-rate villain who was fat and like pretty much living on like the abandoned Justice League satellite that the villains have turned into like their little den of like they're pretty much like Mos Eisley Cantina.
I was gonna say like the way you drew Wrench in that close up, he kind of looks like the Ultra Humanite.
Heck yeah!
Gather around, children.
I love that episode. We need more of that kind of Justice League.
Why is he talking like that?
I miss the fart sounds. Yeah, you do, Flash.
But this is good too.
But this is good too. I mean, he had those kids pretty in rap though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, considering that DJ
Rubber Ducky.
DJ Rubber Ducky was just making like vague rapping sounds and fart noises.
What would you rather have that? Would you rather have DJ Quack Quack?
I want to know where the story is going, man. I gotta know where this like Charles Dickens ass story is going. Okay, you can keep going, Duck.
Now, by the way, we gotta now update the DJ Quack Quack story.
Our channel still our quest continues.
No DJ Quack Quack has been found yet. We are on the quest for one. If you guys have one, please send it to me. If you send me a DJ Quack Quack, I'll eat him live on Meal Boy, and I'll send you a Tav loot bots.
Hell yeah!
Speaking of controversies, EA ruined the loot bots.
Yeah, can you explain that for me? Because
so
all I know about loot boxes are the crates I get from TF2. I'm old. I play TF2.
Okay, so EA with Battlefront 2, they did a loot box system, which every company does that now, but they're like, all right, these loot boxes are actually just straight up pay to win, but there's also a limit to how much you can pay to win. Like there was a straight up item in Battlefront 2 where you can just automatically win a match online.
Excuse me?
You just activate the item and you win the match online.
That's lame.
Yeah. But then EA is like, there's a limit how much you can buy these. And they're like, what the heck then? And then EA is like, no more loot boxes. I've had enough.
No, you come back here and you give me... No, you come back here and you fix this.
And then of course, Overwatch. I mean... I pretty much like TF2. Would you consider the traits in TF2 to be loot boxes?
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, what do you consider a loot box?
A box you open in the game to get items.
Okay, yeah, well, that's what a loot crate is. I mean, to be fair, the TF2
loot crate. Where's my sponsorship? Give me my loot crate money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want money.
Actually, you know, there's a loot crate box for pets. That is not by Loot Crate. It's called Bark Box. It's kind of like the people who make Birchbox. You know, the makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they do for dog treats. They do dog treats and toys.
Well, I don't eat dog treats, so maybe I'll make one with my dog and use him for views, like Maximilian Dude.
I'm surprised you haven't tried exploiting your dog for views.
He's hard to work with. You know that.
He's a diva.
He's a bit of a diva. You know that.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want you to pet him right now, he will like tell you and just move.
I don't exploit my cat in my videos because, one, I don't make fucking videos.
And two,
I make knowledge. I don't collect...
You gotta use the Brainiac Injustice 2 rules.
I collect knowledge, not power. Brainiac, knowledge is power. If you were smart, you would know that.
Brainiac's just Ty Lopez. Brainiac is Ty Lopez who ascended and got too much knowledge, too many Lamborghinis.
I believe it.
The whole Brainiac ship is his it's a
Lamborghini.
No,
it's his
garage.
Here in my garage. Okay, so loot boxes were terrible.
Loot boxes were ruined by EA. Blizzard is, you know what they say about Blizzard's director Jeff Kaplan. Wrestle with Jeff, prepare for death.
Is it because he, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, were wrestling champions in their college years?
No, but Neil deGrasse Tyson almost became a stripper.
He was ripped, man.
He was named, what was it, 1999's World Sexiest Man that year?
Mm-hmm.
So Sexiest Man in science or just Sexiest Man in general? I forget which one.
Either or, man.
But he used to be like swole.
Yeah, again, he was a college wrestler with a brain.
At the same time, it's like, I can beat you down mentally or physically.
Kind of like how Dolph Lundgren can beat you down physically or chemically, because he's a biochemist.
Dolph Lundgren makes alcohol?
He can.
That's pretty much what biochemistry does.
Oh, well, he's a chemist, though, so, I mean, he has a chemical degree.
Either way, moving on, I guess now we can talk about, like, any other bad stuff?
I'm trying to think of, like, all the fallout. I think this year is the year that people pretty much, like, have decided that they hated Steven Universe, because I guess in between hiatuses, they were able to rewatch the channel and realize, like, yeah, this show is maybe not as good. And the way the internet works is, like, if something just falls short of being good into terrible. Just being okay, or this is pretty good, it's automatically bad, which is what I hate. Just like, it's all extremes. Something's either super good or super bad. No in between.
Or it's Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, for me, like, watching animation channels pretty much rip on.
You already know how we feel about animation channels.
Rip on Steven Universe because it has a tendency to be off model, because some of the writing isn't there. Sometimes it's just like, I get it, okay? I'm just getting tired of this.
All you want to do is see her turn into a giant lady. Mm-hmm. Giant woman. Can we just talk?
Like, my problem is that, like, you complain about these things, but, like, you could be using your time to do something more constructive.
Well, make your own animation if you hate animation so much. Where's your revolutionary
That
idea?
is honestly, like, my first thing is, like, when something doesn't meet your expectations, you make something that does, you know? I mean, I make videos because I know no one else will make the shit I make. Okay.
Who else has the mental capacity to make Blood on Mount Crumpet a Grinch story?
Okay, all right. I'll say this for favorite things this year. Well, I think this is also the year that we pretty much, like, decided to really, really dig into Matt Pat and make fun of him and call him out for his bullshit. Gamer from Mars opened the gate for that.
Finally, he did something good with his life instead of just giving me informational video like, where is Epic Meal Time now? Still making videos. Not as many views as last time because putting burgers in a pizza is, you know.
Where is your favorite Martian? Not around anymore.
Where's Ray William Johnson? Probably fell off the face of the earth.
Dead. In a ground. He's in a grave.
Where's to SMG? That's a video I want to know.
Okay. Because SMG pretty much made Negri.
Yeah.
And he's gone. I'm pretty sure Negri buried him. So people can believe. Is Jessica Negri the Kim Jong-un of cosplay?
Is Jessica Negri just a Negri?
Game theory.
When are we going to talk
Jessica
about
Negri, Ness? Because she's Sans from Undertale.
Well, here's the bigger question. When are we going to talk about a cosplayer her name starts with an I, ends with an R, or no, ends with an S?
I swear, after we do the episode where we talk about Boy 97.
Boy 97.
Okay, here's the thing though. I'm afraid to do that because I don't want to give her any more publicity than she wants. And I'm afraid of her finding that thing and reaching out to you, and then finding out that she's kind of a decent person, and then feeling bad that we made fun of her in the first place because now she's your friend.
I think here's the thing.
But then if
it's something I learned from iDubbbz, which everybody should learn from iDubbbz if you are in the commentary community, which I hate, by the way. Everybody knows that one, not much.
It's funny, we hate the things we're sort of part of.
It's okay because
we're officially the Scott Pilgrim of our own communities. Like Scott Pilgrim is a bass player and he hates bass players.
I'm saying, I want to be like Brian Lee O'Malley. He's a bit of a cuck.
I mean, he is, but his character's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think that's where like some of the worst parts of his characters. Which, when you write a character, you should write flaws, including them being pieces of shit. Because maybe one day
Jod's character was built to be kind of immortal, and know what he was? A piece of shit dictator. What is Typeface is built to be this like food connoisseur? What is he?
You're more respectable than Jod, to be fair. I mean, your character's kind of violent, and you kill the guy. You killed one of your disciples that he called you a fag a few times.
He also tried to take my set.
I would say he had it coming though. You know, no more gay bashing.
Well, here's the thing. You also forget in the lore that Jod was manipulating him, or Jod manipulated him before that. He was in kind of like in this weekend stand. He told him, "Typeface called you gay. Go kill him. He wants your you want his set? Go kill him." Pretty much. Who else would try to kill me for my set? Jod. Jod just sent Alfredo to do his dirty work. That's a pretty bad moment in 2016.
Okay.
But anyway, I don't know. As something iDubbbz once said, don't go in too hard on a person because you need to sit up, and if you actually ever meet this person out in real life, it'll humble you. He dug in pretty hard to the Fine brothers, and then he actually and he ended up meeting like Rafi, and he just felt like so bad about it, and he tried to reconcile with him, like, listen, I know what I did was wrong, and I'm sorry about it, but you're actually a good guy.
I think that's only appropriate if the person you criticized approached you and say, hey, some of the things you said, you're right. If you humble that person, if you open their eyes, and they realize what they did was wrong.
Well, I also think it's bad for commentary channels to like just go in hard on other people, because you don't actually know them. I mean, if it's Rystam, I think Rystam's how he is.
I think it's okay to talk shit about people's actions, like to make fun of them and their family. Like their family hasn't done anything to them unless they're the product of their fucking family. Or hey, you can spare their family by saying, hey, you know what? You failed your family by being a piece of crap.
Yeah, no fuckers.
You failed your family by being horrible, and they tried their best to make.
It's fine to go on Daddy 05 in his actions, but not his kids. His kids are merely just like
are victims. Yeah, they are victims. I mean,
he's changed now. He's kind of reformed. He still doesn't have Cody. Cody and his sister are in the safe custody of their.
Score one for the internet.
We actually did something good.
Oh, you know one of the worst things about this year? It happened recently. Sorry, guys. I'm eating an apple fritter. Okay. How about the death of net neutrality?
You know, that Captain Cold-looking mofo.
I just can't... You know, like,
Yes, I bought that boat deal on fidget spinners.
That's the thing, like, I kind of felt like we had this coming. Because the way he's acting and dealing with it is the way, like, people, like, professionals shouldn't act. But I think the internet sort of deserves to be made fun of by Agent Pie like this. We don't deserve to lose net neutrality, but I think we do deserve to be mocked by him in this manner.
Well, why is he acting like this? Because you built this monster. We pretty much built him up to be a monster.
We Frankensteined the Agent Pie, and he's turned on us and took away net neutrality because he works for Verizon. Now it's sad because like we should really try to like, you know, reverse this and stick it to fucking Pie Man.
But people think they're doing that just by making fun of him.
No, like that's the wrong way to do it. In fact, you're kind of powering him. If you actually go by the normal ways of like talking to your representatives, calling your senator, calling your congressman.
Even though I'm out in Romania, I talked to our congressmen.
Do you know their name? So you gotta look them up. It's fine. No, I don't know.
No, okay. I'll tell you guys something I actually did do though. So there's a thing called ResistBot, which is where you text a number and it tells you to resist. It tells you here's this letter you can pretty much send to your local like representative or your your own governor.
Hell yeah!
And I actually did write a letter.
You know what? I don't know if Jerry Brown can help us. I mean, he's too busy trying to fight a one-man war against the rest of this goddamn country.
Jerry Brown's okay.
He's like really trying to hope that like he can keep California to be like a sanctuary state, you know.
He's still kind of. I mean, even though SoCal wants to kind of separate itself.
Good.
Jerry Brown's just like, no, stay.
You know what? You know the real guys who want to separate themselves because they want to change. They want to be able to get bigger tax breaks. Silicon Valley. 2 years ago. California threatened to turn itself into 5 different states because Silicon Valley wanted to... And that was going to be their state name, by the way.
Silicon Valley?
Yes. This great state of Silicon Valley. Can you believe this crap?
I feel like we've hit a solid, like, 50 states. I don't need a 51, 53, or 60. Or as Jod's case, actually, Jod didn't even want to become part of the U.S.
You want Jod to... You know what? The people of Sanchovakin
need refuge.
Yeah. How many refugees have you helped climb over that wall? That shitty wall that Jod built?
None, because they can all climb over themselves. There's no security up anymore. We've killed them.
You killed the watchtowers?
I punched one of the watchtowers and it fell over.
You climbed up a watchtower and you handed him a pamphlet of Watchtower, just like you think about your life, son.
You think about the Dark Tower.
Hand him a copy of the Dark Tower, the Stephen King book. They were distracted by reading throughout the whole series that a whole bunch of people pretty much went over the wall.
And then they watched the movie.
And then they were like, I gotta kill myself now.
This movie's not good. Speaking of...
We had a whole bunch of... Okay, you know what? Let's see. I'm gonna use it as a segue to good things that happened this year.
Finally.
All the good Stephen King adaptations we got this year. 1922, It, Gerald's Game.
The bad one we got, Dark Tower.
Out of 4, we got 1 bad. That's a pretty good
ratio.
Hell yeah, it is.
Let's see, 1 out of 4. Would it be 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 5?
1 out of 4.
1 out of 4. That's a good, solid, like 25%. But still.
Yes, sir. 75% of those movies are good. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good movies that came out this year too. Like Logan. I mean, I think almost every superhero movie that came out this year was good.
Let's see, what did we get?
Logan, Thor Ragnarok,
Galaxy Guards
2,
Electric Boogaloo,
Spider-Man Homecoming,
Spider-Man
Homecoming,
Wonder Woman,
and okay, you know, here's a controversial statement: Eustace League for the most part, or the second half of Eustace League.
That's it. I'm getting me mallet. That's everybody's reaction.
That's it. I'm getting my mallet. Ooga booga. Not getting out of this chair.
And other than watching Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Just imagine Eustace dressed up as all 6 members of the Justice League in like really bad baggy clothing, including Wonder Woman.
Gotta fight. What was the villain of Justice League?
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf with just a mallet. He's like, actually no, Steppenwolf used a mallet.
Yeah, it was an axe.
Oh, never mind. But who'd win, the mallet or the axe?
Okay, I mean, yeah, all the superhero movies are pretty good this year.
I think like you said, the first half of Justice League is a mess.
But the second half comes together. It's almost like the Avengers,
Together.
which it plays in the credits, of course.
That made sense.
Thor Ragnarok was a treat. It was fun. Glad that they're letting Marvel's kind of taking risks and letting directors do their own thing, kind of like how what it did when it was first starting up.
The director even voiced a Rockman.
Yeah, let a Kiwi. Of course, only two people came to my revolution: me mum and her boyfriend, who I hate. I'm thinking none of people came up because it didn't have enough pamphlets.
We're gonna hijack that ship and get out of here. Go on in.
You
guys look like you need a lead. You guys look like you need a leader.
Oh yes, we do. Hey, it's so good. It's like a circle, but not like a real circle. More like a freaky circle.
Get out of here, ghost.
Yeah, piss off.
Piss off.
I like Meek. Oh, Meek's dead, mate. I stepped on him back on the bridge by accident. I've just been carrying around because I feel so bad. Oh, Meek's alive. Let's see what else was there.
Logan gave a lot of bro feels.
That was a perfect capper to Hugh Jackman's run as Wolverine. What a beautiful ending. It does something that, like, if a lesser movie did it, I would have laughed and say that's the dumbest thing I've seen in my life. But
even when the fat Mexican kid had the Wolverine toy,
the fat black kid.
I thought he was Mexican.
No, I mean they're all technically Mexican because they're all escaped from Mexico.
Darker. He was darker.
No, he's a black kid. Was he from Mexico? Yeah.
I can't even remember.
Whatever. Anyways.
Anyway, the fat kid with the Wolverine toy.
Yeah.
The old Wolverine toy.
Yeah, I know.
All these kids looked up to him, and he's just like.
They even cut his facial hair, which I would be mad if someone did that to me. He was mad though, so yeah, that was good.
What do you think they're messing with him, or do you think they're just trying to clean him up?
They're trying to clean him up, but also make him look like the Wolverine that they grew up reading in those comics. I was gonna say watching because of what. This
movie also made me think. So, the X-Men have their own comics in this universe, but they're also around, or they're now legends.
Yeah, because of what happened, I'm guessing in New York, the New York incident that Professor X caused.
If X3 didn't happen,
something else happened that wiped out the X-Men.
So what did wipe out the X-Men?
A lot of people speculate that Professor X, based on what happens in the hotel scene, Professor X might have accidentally killed the X-Men because of his age and his inability to control his powers.
Power.
Ultimate power. Okay, so there's that.
Galaxy Guards Volume 2 was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a pretty. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, it's pretty much as good as the first one, which is always a good move to keep it either good or better. It does a pretty good job at the story.
Got a new Marvel waifu, Mantis.
Yeah.
A lot of people said Mantis was creepy. I like Mantis.
Mantis was cool. Nebula and Gamora resolved their sisterly differences. Good job. You guys did it. You're a family now. Another great dad dies in that movie.
You mean a really messed up dad?
Yondu. No, Yondu.
Oh, never mind.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, Yondu.
Remember, he even says to himself, he may be your father, but he ain't your daddy. He didn't raise you.
He was the best shark dad anybody could ever ask for.
God damn it, Yondu. Why? Why, Yondu?
And other than I think Galaxy Guards 2 was way better than the first one, by a slight margin though.
I think it edges it out. I mean, here's the thing: Yondu's sacrifice is up there with Groot's sacrifice in the first one. But that one comes more towards after everything gets resolved, so it's a bit more impactful. I would say.
Then there's like the teenage Groot at the end. He's like Groot.
Yeah, which we're gonna see more of in Infinity War.
He's like, you better take down these vines, boy.
You uploaded it, you unload it. Okay, that's my next move. I'm gonna redo that whole thing and instead have it be Groot.
I'm dead serious.
I'm dead, but this is dead serious. My mother and father are angry at me. They're mad at me. It's Groot. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty good. Some non-superhero big. War of Planet of the Apes. Ended the Planet of the Apes series came to an end this year,
which was pretty. He was pretty emotional.
Caesar.
Got to see Woody Harrelson fight a bunch of.
What a messed up ending! Like Caesar has a moment to take the man out who killed his family, and what does he do? He shows him mercy, and then Woody Harrelson kills himself because he's gonna go the way he's gonna lose.
Caesar pulled a Goku on Frieza and he's like, "I pity you because you're a weaker being. Hopefully we can have a better fight next time." And Frieza's like, "I'll show you pity." And Goku's like, "You muff."
No, it doesn't. Man, that was a good ending. I enjoyed it.
Logan Lucky was probably one of my one of my favorite movies.
Okay, let's go into gems. So Logan Lucky is one.
You ever seen Ocean's 11 or 12?
Or 8, the new one that's coming up next year?
Yeah. You ever seen the Ocean's movies? Think about this, but with a bunch of hillbillies.
Yeah.
And what was his name?
Daniel Craig.
And Daniel Craig as a bleach blonde one-armed hillbilly.
No, that's Adam Driver. Yeah, Kylo Ren is a bartender with one arm in a family full of like that. A chubby ex-husband hillbilly guy. Yeah, who gets screwed out of a job because of an injury he lied about that doesn't really affect his job at all. God damn this government. But it's good. I mean, it's like they're like how they put their team together and how they construct their whole heist is like freaking genius. Like it is one twist
gummy
after
bears and what was it? Gummy bears, sugar, and
it was gummy bears, bleach, and
the fake salt
and fake salt.
You don't want to know what this is? It's a low sodium salt.
It's got potassium chloride. You see, the potassium interacts with the bleach and the gummy bears. Oh, I see what I did. It's just too tight. Hold on. Oh man, it's so good.
That was a good movie.
It was good.
The twist at the end.
The twist, see it. We won't spoil the twist, but it's a good. There's that. What else? It
was the 30th anniversary of
Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which I enjoyed. Yeah, the 40th anniversary, which I enjoyed, and might be my favorite Spielberg movie now. Maybe one of my favorite movies of all time. Because goddamn, that ending gets me when they meet the aliens.
And he just leaves his family behind.
Yeah, but to be fair, his family's kind of horrible.
No, horrible to him. Granted, how would you feel if your significant other was throwing a bunch of dirt in the house because he finally figured out a rock?
That scene where he's where his son is crying because his dad's going crazy and building the Devil's Tower out of mashed potatoes is very affecting to me. It's like, that is real, man. Oh man!
And then the same son helped him throw stuff out the house.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, but again, I love that movie.
That's another good one. Last Jedi.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Star Wars real quick. That was good. You babies and you old folks who don't who want to keep Star Wars.
Here's the thing: people are saying it's a Disney franchise now. That's how they don't want to see it. That's why Boy doesn't want to see it. It's just Disney. They ruined it.
He likes the prequels, for God's sakes.
I mean, you don't like Jar Jar?
Hell no.
You don't like Jango Fett? No, Jango Fett.
Jango Fett was cool up until Mace Windu ganked them.
You don't like Mace Windu?
I like Mace Windu.
A Sith Lord? And what does a Sith Lord look like?
the prequels have some good elements, but man, this like George dropped the ball on acting and writing, like emotional conversations. Except for the scene.
You think Jar Jar? You think Michael Jackson voicing Jar Jar puppet would have been better?
He didn't want to voice a puppet. He wanted them to put him into like actual like full body prosthetics to become Jar Jar.
You think that would have made Jar Jar?
I would have been too uncanny and would have gone against George's machinations of I'd like to use more. I'd like to use more CGI, please. It's very state of the art.
Jim, ever since Jim died, I didn't want to use puppets anymore.
I don't want to use puppets anymore.
I imagine when they brought out the Yoda. Is this spoiler?
Is this spoilers? Okay.
Is that spoiler?
That's fuck. Stop
it.
right there. No, stop right there. That we're not.
Come at me, Disney. Where's my show, Disney? Huh? Give me my show.
Yeah, you give Jake Paul a fucking show. Hey, that's another controversy that happened.
Jake Paul in general.
Jake Paul in general. And
Actually, no, it was a good thing. Disney fired Jake Paul.
No, I'm not even that. I'm talking about when Team 10 was running amok in his neighborhood.
Thanks, Nip Crompton. This is all thanks to you. You wanting to be gay, and which is another controversy. And my name is Nip Crompton, and my colors stay poppin'. Yes, I can rap, and no, I'm not from Compton.
Yeah, I would have never guessed, Nick.
England is my city.
Is it, Nick?
And if it weren't for Team 10, then the U.S. would be shitty.
Anyways.
Also, turns out Nick didn't even write that. It was Jake.
Oh, motherfucker.
Jake literally said, like, he literally said, or he said something like, I forgot what a city was or something.
Oh, God.
He thought a country was a city.
Ugh. You need to go back to school.
Granted, between Logan and Jake, according to Logan, he's the smarter brother.
He seems like he would be the smarter one.
He also stays out of drama. He's pretty like.
Again, just by doing that, he's smarter. Also, he was in that that one YouTube Red movie
which I did sit down and watch. I think.
You said that he was the only bad part of it.
He was the only bad part because
he was miscast.
He's a miscast with Logan.
Okay.
I think he did his best though. I'll give him that. Not bad for a first acting role.
And
Keanu Reeves was a comedy actor.
Yeah, he was. And then Matrix. John Wick 2, man.
John Wick 2, Matrix.
Oh my God, the John Wick movies are such a delight. I didn't get to see Atomic Blonde. I wanted to. I'll get around to it.
John Goodman's in that, so anything John Goodman's in.
What else came out this year? There's a lot of good movies that came out this year. I mean, one of my favorite ones.
The Mummy Muck.
I saw The Mummy. Oh my God.
The Dark Universe.
I can't. It almost seems like a joke to call it that. When Mega 64 brought it up, I thought like it's a joke, right? There's not really a calling that, right? And they did. They called it Dark Universe, but they canceled it for now. It's on the shelf. Coco was really good.
Well, 1995 Pixar. What if Toys had feelings? 2017 Pixar. What if Mexicans had feelings? That was a really good movie. I'm not gonna lie.
How do you feel about? Oh, here's a little back to country. How do you feel about the Olaf short? Do you think that was out of place?
Super out of place. Super out of place. It did get me a few times, especially with the whole like Norwegian people in the sauna.
That was funny. I like that.
And they give him a whole sauna.
Here's a mini sauna. And here's my towel.
That was a pretty good scene, though. I just think he was super out of place because why not just play one of like the old Pixar shorts or just get straight to the movie? Because think about it, you're already sitting through 20 minutes of trailers.
That was a lot of trailers too.
Especially because it's a kid movie, so they have to put a lot. And then you got to sit through another like 25-minute Olaf show. So you already wasted 45 minutes in the theater, not even getting to the movie.
Yeah. Like
20 minutes into the movie.
But now when you get to the movie, it's pretty good.
I'm happy the movie's kind of like fast paced a bit.
Oh yeah, it's.
I could watch it again. I don't want to tear up again. I did tear up.
It's the same. I mean, I feel the same way about Logan too. Just like, oh man, once I get to the ending, it's gonna fuck me up. There's a lot of movies that I watched that I need to rewatch.
Back when I used to hang out with people instead of just like sitting in this cold Romanian radio tower. one of my friends was saying this. Like, he went with him and his buddies went to go see Logan, and after the movie, they all kind of sat in like the car for a good like 20 minutes and just kind of had like this bro talk. And he said
they all have daddy issues.
Probably.
But yeah, so that was pretty good. Other good things that happened this year, non-movie related. Video games. Hey, we got those
Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus.
Heck yeah!
Which we still don't know what the gameplay's about. Which we still don't know what the gameplay's about though. But I don't care. It's too.
One of my coworkers at work is just like, at this point, I don't think a game is even gonna make it into it. I think this might as well.
Also, I'm happy Del Toro's back working on it.
Hell yeah! I mean, he and Kojima are buddies.
Kojima are pretty much like
best friends. Hey, Del Toro stole Kojima away from the Mega 64 boys. How do you feel about that?
I feel like Del Toro and Kojima can be like their two dads, and then Mega 64 boys can be like their sons. Rocco especially. Rocco is kind of shaped like Del Toro.
He is shaped like Del Toro. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a good move.
My Japanese and Mexican dads.
Derek would not take kindly to that. He's
Puerto Rican.
He's Puerto Rican, and as a Puerto Rican kid once told me that all Puerto Ricans hate Mexicans because white people confuse them. So instead of taking it out on the white people,
I think a poor guy from Honduras feels or something.
I don't know. I've had coworkers who are from Honduras and El Salvador, so
I feel like, which is why like we shouldn't call a person who's from like Latin American, Mexican. We just call them Latino or Latina.
Yeah.
Or Hispanic.
I mean, well, Hispanic has a lot of connotations of like we don't want to be tied to the Spaniards.
Latino then.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, because like you can see Latino.
My cousin, Little Joker, real name Cheeto. he lives in the garage. He's too fat to enter his house.
Oh man. His cousin Smiley.
Smiley.
So hey, okay, you know the movie Training Day?
Mm-hmm.
So you know the Mexican gangster Smiley? He's played the actor who plays him has played a character named Smiley in other movies. Talk about typecasting.
What the heck? But anyway, other good things I have in 2017.
What are some good things on YouTube that you've discovered this year?
Emperor Lemon. I like Emperor Lemon's content. They're all pretty good.
That's someone
Behind the Meme was taken down pretty much.
They're dead, man.
Like Anthony Fantano and Emperor Lemon killed Behind the Meme.
Yeah. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Wait, did the destruction of Baited happen this year?
Baited died like 3 times, but then it came back.
The original version with Clown, the whole Zoe.
It was Clown Team and then Hockey Boy.
Yeah.
Hockey Boy and Clown left. Then Team got Chad and Andy, and then Andy left because it's Andy Milonakis. Come on.
Yeah, he's not gonna stick around for a freaking
podcast,
low tier podcast.
And then now it's Team Chad and Clown.
Okay.
Which I do like. I do like them because Chad is straight up neutral, while Clown's like kind of like this voice of reason, and Team's like this,
agent of chaos.
Yeah.
Okay, but did the original did the Zoe Burger debacle happen this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
How do you feel about that?
Zoe Burger?
About the whole what went down? Because
Zoe Burger and her gang of miscreants and loot are pretty much dead and gone.
The thing that I hated about that episode is just I hated how Keem and her pretty much set up the whole thing to troll Clown, and not in a fun trolling way, but in a way.
Well, the Zoe Burger episode destroyed Baited for a while, and then Keem and Clown just had to hash it out while the hockey guy, I forget his name. I feel
Grade A under A.
No, Grade A under A died. So did Leafy. Well, they still have views, but they're just kind of under the radar now. That's
fine. They're back where they belong.
Except, I can't talk like Grade A. This stupid team star, they got me fat or something like that. I don't know.
Turn fat.
I don't know. And then let's see what else happened on YouTube.
Some of Mega 64's best content has come out.
Skygo. Other good things on YouTube. Meal Boy.
Yeah, there's some
starting a new season.
Yeah, this fucking podcast.
This podcast, TaviRadio is it's on the.
My fans embracing of
you tweeting Borfstar.
Okay, they have not embraced that. They hated that, and they hated the last episodes that I made, which were specifically designed to troll them and tell them, "Fuck you guys, I'm moving on." Millhouse Van Houten Rises is one of my favorite things. And
my top 10 trilogy of this year, Van Houten Rises.
That was super satisfying, and so was the most recent one.
I think I might like it over Borfstar.
I think so too. Well, there's definitely like a more complete emotional arc than Borfstar.
I understand what they meant because he never got to explore why Garfield has the hole in his chest. Or old Garfunkel.
Another thing too that's pretty good. I like Salt, but I don't know. I think Salt was like a little undercooked. That was alright.
Dude, that would be Salt. You better get out of here, kid. If you don't know what Salt is.
Okay, the way I handled dialogue was good. And it's kind of led to the creation of what I did with Mount Blood Among Crumpet, which is one of my favorite ones. But now every time I watch it, I was like, I wish this were longer.
This Edward should have done elf practice. I always forget that the Grinch was supposed to be an elf or something.
He's a Grinch.
Who was supposed to be at elf practice?
Hermie. He was holding Hermie hostage.
Oh, yeah. And then Grinch just got triggered or something.
Anyways,
I forgot the Grinch movie.
How do you feel? Favorite meme of this year?
Big Fella.
Yeah.
Alright.
Same.
I want to talk about this. Finally I can talk about Big Fella.
Mm-hmm.
Dream Fight. The Big Fella versus... I had to do it to him.
My money's on Big Fella. He can move.
I had to do it to him. He's a zoner. He's a dark side style zoner, as you said. Big Fella's more of like a rush down. His trait move. The music gets louder when he presses the trait. That's making him stronger.
How do you feel about video games that you actually played this year? Or DLC that came out this year that you enjoyed?
DLC or video games? I got to play Doom, which came out last year, and I really liked that. Doom was pretty good. Revisiting TF2 and going back into that was a treat for me because
I'm still at it, man. And people are. It was good to go back, and now I'm.
We get killed by your father.
No, I now go by the Grinch dies at the end. And it's a picture of the Grinch from my video. Oh no, people are gonna know what my gamer tag is. You'll never find it.
They'd be like, I want to give you this CSGO knife. And you're like, I don't even play CSGO. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Take your crappy Russian game home.
It's even made by Russians. Oh yeah, speaking of another good thing. Speaking of Russian, Boris hit 100 hit like 1 million subs.
Yeah, it's another good thing. When I see some of my favorite channels.
Life of Boris is a channel I consistently watch. That's the hot ones, and Sean.
Binging with Babish is very good. I'm glad he got his book out this year.
Sean Evans. Hey guys, Sean Evans here, hot ones.
Yeah. What else?
Vsauce having the only good Sean YouTube Red.
Yeah, that's true.
That was straight up the only reason I have YouTube Red for Vsauce, Michael.
Not Game Theory 360. There's a lot going on. Is that? Oh no.
I don't support MatPat. I'm like that video that has 1 million views that MatPat didn't even talk about, but talked about a stupid. Hey guys, I'm gonna make this clean, concise video on why I don't want to watch MatPat anymore. Alright guys, here's what happened to MatPat. If you guys don't know who MatPat is, insert whatever he said after that, and then MatPat's like, this goober is saying I don't put research into my videos, saying I put tits in the thumbnail because I want to. I don't even look at porn. And I'm not saying that because my girlfriend's right there.
She hella looks at porn.
Matt, don't try to make yourself an innocent.
We're not talking about Matt again. Oh my god.
Oh, another good thing that happened this year: the trials and tribulations of those the teens that made it through No Nut November.
Yeah, good job, boys. You did it. Take the show in December, though.
This show December, I don't know. People
who's ripped off their wieners yet?
Who's ripped off the hot dogs? And let's see. But I want to go back to the games and anime because I never had the chance to talk about it.
Yeah, and favorite anime this year of this season?
Favorite anime of this season?
Not counting my work.
Bad Hound Rise is probably my favorite summer anime. Nah, I don't want to say Dragon Ball Super because I think that show's kind of like it can be really whack a lot of times. Dragon Ball Super can either be like really hit or miss with a few episodes.
Yeah.
But I think the whole Tournament of Power arc, even though I think it's dragging on pretty wild.
Welcome to Dragon Ball Z, Tav.
I grew up with the series, man. Give me a break. I already know what it's all about. Frieza saying it didn't take 2 minutes to blow the planet. It took like 3 episodes.
When did the anime about the girls fighting on the pool platforms come out?
That was last year, Keijo.
Keijo.
But it got dubbed this year. Dubbed in English.
What a weird fucking show, but I like that it's...
What was it? Gates of Bootylawn?
To be fair, what I like about it is like how unabashed... It does fan service right by pretty much kind of making it... like
It knows what level it's on.
Here's the thing. What I love about the show is that it does fan service, but it also does it in a way that like kind of removes you from the fan service by turning... like women's body parts into like actual like.
She remembered every butt ever, and used it as an attack.
It's just funny, but at some point, like
it sounded like Killer Kill on that level.
At some point, when you're watching it, like you're kind of removed from like your hand goes up from inside your underpants to back outside to grab the popcorn, which now has the taste of dick on it because you were touching yourself. But then you kind of stop masturbating as soon as you got involved in the show. Kind of like when you watch any episode of JoJo.
No, my dit's always out with JoJo.
Oh. I'm more discreet.
But anyway, good anime this year.
The one about
Your Name got a DVD release. And that came out last year, so
you know. How do you feel about the remake?
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a live-action remake coming next year. I think a show I've generally liked in general, even though I hate the main character, Boruto.
How do you feel about the Death Note?
Willem Dafoe's the only good part about it. I think everybody.
He's barely in it.
He's barely in it, even though Ryuk is a pretty important character. But anyway, other than that, this is something. I think Boruto's okay when Boruto's not in it. And here's the thing: I'm generally a person who will defend like Naruto the character. Because
you've got me on board with Naruto now, and I used to hate him, but now I'm just like, okay, I can see where you're coming from. Now I only hate Sasuke.
Sasuke's a cuck. I hate Sasuke too. He's a dick.
Sakura's okay now too, but she has a poor choice of lovers.
Well, here's the thing. This is something I'll talk about later off podcast. I'll try to explain to you what happens later on in Shippuden.
I think you have already, Tef.
But anyway, I think Boruto's okay when Boruto's not involved. I think the other characters like the son, like Shikamaru's son, or like even Orochimaru's son, who's pretty important in the series, are like really cool. Love Live Season 2 or Love Live Sunshine Season 2 came out this year, and I think that's okay. There's a lot of course, idol drama going around. You guys know how that is. I was actually gonna do when I think about vlogs, especially of like based on shows, I think about Nostalgia Critics vlogs. Granted that he's made 20-minute vlogs on a 15-minute episode of Steven Universe.
Well, I've gone over this, man. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk.
But
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it, Tiff. But anyway, I thought about making a series, an episode-based series on Love Live, and I thought to myself, I'm not on that level yet. I'm not. I haven't reached rock bottom yet.
I was gonna say, Tap, please don't tell me that's like a high level for you that you hope to reach.
No, my high level would be friends with Invader Noodles.
You know, real talk, if I met her in person and she turned out to be actually decent and not the garbage person that people say she is, based on like some of the forums I visited and people who've actually like know her in person, then I would actually back off making fun of her, but would also want to like tell her like maybe you should get your act together. Maybe you can be on like Nigri's level if you tried, and we just did not live in like a filth world and like wore shitty costumes, you know.
I'd do a meal boy with her. She can be a special guest.
Oh my god! If you got to do a meal boy where she showed up, that would be the best. You would officially have the best channel.
And then every cosplayer channel is like, how come
why weren't we invited? Why was this person? Now I gotta go find some big channel to like be part of.
No, the big dream is making on Hot Ones. Sean Evans, come on.
And outdoing him, and I don't know. You think you could be Sean Evans?
It's not about beating Sean Evans, just about making it through.
You think you could keep up with Sean?
I'll give Sean a run for his money.
All right.
I'll just start making. I'll probably just devolve Hot Ones into like this. I don't know. I don't want an Eric Andre where he just kind of
where he smashes glass into his head.
Where he's just like, he just pretty much devolves into Eric Andre stuff.
Oh man.
But that's another good channel. You guys don't know. Go watch First We Feast Hot Ones. Sean Evans, especially Sean.
And any of Action Bronson stuff.
No, that's Munchies. But yeah, here's the thing. Here's the bald men of YouTube that I think are the most important. Sean Evans, Michael from Vsauce, Anthony Fantano, the internet's busiest cephalopod.
Binging with Babish.
These 4 bald men, I guess you can also tell them Brave Wilderness, Coyote Peterson.
Yeah.
These 5 bald men are like the Justice League of bald men on YouTube.
Their shiny heads will protect us all.
I think I'd say Vsauce is Martian Man.
Oh heck yeah, he's Martian Manhunter. Are you kidding me?
Michael would probably be more of a maybe Superman.
Yeah.
Michael's Superman. No. What did I just say was Martian Manhunter? Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael's Martian Manhunter. Sean would be Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. Coyote Peterson's Superman.
Anthony would be Batman.
Sean would be the Flash. There we go.
Babish is what? Aquaman?
Yeah.
Oh, Green Lantern. Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern. Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
No, Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
John Stewart, Green Lantern. Guy Gardner, Green Lantern.
No, Guy Gardner's a dick. He's Aquaman. And they don't have. And there's no bald woman on YouTube, so. Well, that I know of. If there's a bald woman on YouTube and she makes good content, she can be like the Wonder Woman or even Hawk Girl. Hawk Girl, why not? Guys, gotta pronounce that K. But anyway.
Yeah.
2017 in a nutshell.
Okay, yeah, let's give our grade for 2017 this year. What do you get? 2017 is a child in your class. You're a teacher, and they said, what's my grade for the year? Do I go on to 7th grade or not? Mr. Tav, Mr. Face, Mr. Frunkle, what's my grade so I can complain to my parents whether or not it's good?
Gotta email me on the last day of school and like have your parents walk down at like 1 o'clock when I'm about to drive off into the sunset.
Yeah.
1 o'clock. 2017's grade. You got a lot of bad, a lot of good. It's all about outweighing the good and bad. I'm gonna be very liberal here and say you got a C- 2017. That's barely passing, but I'll let you go to 2018 because anything's better than this. I believe in 2018 to be a better year. We got Infinity War with starring Homer Simpson. Hiya, Homer.
Hey, Homer. Hey, man. I have something for you, Lenny Simpson. Don't tell Carl. Don't tell Carl about this. That's okay, Homer. All right. I give 2017 the same grade, C-. A lot of good, a lot of bad. Mostly a lot of bad for me, but the good parts kind of stood out, and I want to give 2017 another chance to go on to the next grade. Maybe they'll make something of themselves. So there you have it, folks.
And next time you catch us, it'll be either 2018 or I'll be making my top 10 best of the year, which is kind of what this video was, but it'll be more condensed.
Yeah. All right, good podcast.
On behalf of the staff and management of Czech Television, we hope you have enjoyed our evening programming and that you will be able to join us again tomorrow.